I think we may have the first massive box office failure of 2020. Dolittle, which was a movie that no one asked for, a movie that no one wanted. Another remake that they decided to make because, Hollywood doesn't can't think of anything original, can't think of anything new, so they're retrying to sell old ideas that were so successful in the past that they're remaking basically all of the old series. So Dolittle is a new movie and it's gonna be the first big box office bomb. So let's go look at the projections, you know, opening projections, and usually, the projected opening, how much money it could make, not the original movie, the new one, and it is projected that it could gross between 40 to 50 million, and predicted it to go around 120 to 130 million dollars. But considering it's competing with Bad Boys as well, that's gonna be the big thing. It's competing with Bad Boys, which is a sequel to a very popular movie. Okay, but it Doodle is a family movie, and I do bring in plenty of adults, making A sports styles. Will bring in fans of their own. Kid films are quick proven immune to the behind the scenes buzz, like this movie. Considering that yeah, the only movies, kids movies are kind of critic proof as well. How much Sonic could make? That's Sonic's could make, which means Sonic is gonna be beating Fantasy Island, Bezo rivalries, 2018 or something like that. Yeah, it's good. Sonic is gonna do similar to and Batman. Won't be surprised, but Doolittle is not gonna do well. First of all, it's opening. Even by the box office gurus, the most intelligent people for the box office, still say this movie's not gonna do well. 25 to 40 million, which is the lowest opening, the highest opening. So, Bad Boys is gonna probably make more money compared to Doolittle. And now let's get out the handy calculator. Okay? The handy calculator. Okay? 25 million. So if it does absolutely the worst, and it does a typical blockbuster around 2.5 times, means the movie, if the movie, but considering that early IMDb reviews are not are actually pretty great, let's put it around 2.8 times. Yeah, this movie, which means Doolittle would make $70 million, and it'll probably do average internationally, so this movie would probably bomb. So if it even does the highest estimates, which is around 45 million, that's the average for a blockbuster, 2.8% times. No, the average movie, it's probably around 2.6 or something. 2.8 times is, it's so, it'll probably go so. So it's the full kids movie is probably good. Yeah, it might open at like $28 million and completely still bomb at the box office. Even though if it does $84 million domestically, it does $150 million worldwide. The movie still, if you look at the overall movie, let's compare it to Alita Battle Angel with other movies. So Alita Battle Angel had a $170 million budget and needed, according to Fox, $350 million to break even, and Doolittle cost $5 more million. So that means the movie needs around $360 million to break even, because the movie, needs to to at least not be a box office failure. Because Godzilla King of the Monsters had $170 million budget and it still wasn't considered a box office failure, despite it was only a box office disappointment, grossing $285.9 million US. So that means if Doolittle this does underperform severely, it will bring in that family audience though, but it has to compete with, Bad Boys for Life. So that means a lot of the older people, you know, and of course it's gonna be it's gonna be a bigger movie, Bad Boys for Life, based off a bigger series. I don't think kids are gonna go see Bad Boys for Life, but older people are going to go see this as a movie, particularly targeting older people, as well. And also, some other movies that's coming out is 1917, which will also be competing against Underwater, and Bad Boys for Life, which is projected to do similar to Doolittle. And actually, Doolittle's projections actually went down. It's by Universal. They did need a success, and also Star Wars was still being feeders, taking some money away from Dolittle. Bad Boys Forever will be having to really compete thus with like a boss in 1917. So there are movies that has to compete with, but Dolittle isn't really gonna do as well as people. It's probably might be the first major box office failure of the year. And 2020 January is always the dumping ground for movies that no one wants to see. They have long range tracking for Sonic as well here, which means Sonic, which has a budget of 95 million dollars, and Sonic isn't really popular internationally. Actually, Sonic is really only popular in America. So that means Sonic really needs to do well in America to be a success. It'll probably go somewhere like this: Sonic the movie, $210 million. So $210 million, which means $95 million, times its budget is, well, $90 million needed, and it probably has a big marketing budget, so probably 2.2 million, probably needs 210 to $240 million break even. Sonic the Hedgehog, because the movie redesign only took $5 million to make as well. So Dolittle might be the first major box office failure of the year, which is pretty ironic. That it just shows that Hollywood needs to stop remaking all these old movies, okay? We want something new. We don't want remakes that just are just cash grabs. Dolittle is basically a cash grab, okay? Trying to bring back these old franchises, it just, most of the time, almost never works, okay? There is a chance this movie does well. I'm not dismissing that because there are many franchises that have come back that have done extremely well. Jurassic Park, Star Wars, and most particularly Jumanji. Well, Jumanji is kind of, not every remake franchise, but most remakes kind of do terribly. They just don't do well, okay? They just don't do well at the box office, okay? And despite poorly for Dolittle, it might be the first big box office failure, massive box office failure of 2019.